Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode on The Source. We are happy and excited to be back once again. And today with me, I'll be having two lovely guests. I know you want to know them. All right, so can we have you, ma'am?
Okay, thank you, beautiful host. So my name is Queen, sales manager for Sourcing and Produce Limited.
Thank you, Queen. Glad to have you on board.
Thank you.
Can we have you, sir?
Thank you so much. My name is Adeyemo. I'm the Sales Operations Manager of Sourcing and Produce.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, so just to show you that we have the right guests on board today. All right, straight, let's dive into the topic for today. And we will be talking on cultural influence on consumer behavior and market entry strategy. It's a very simple topic, and I trust that it's very interesting. Our guest here will show how interesting our topic is to us today. All right, first, let's start with culture. That word culture has always rang its own bell every now and then. Right from when we were growing up, we'd hear words like, "What is culture?" But how can you relate to culture? It can be ambiguous, but guess what? Our guests will break it down for us. Own bell every now and then. Right from when we were growing up, we'd hear words like, "What is culture?" But how can you relate to culture? It can be ambiguous, but guess what? Our guests will break it down for us. So now, please throw some light on the word culture. Just wanted to do something for us. Let's let my viewers understand what exactly culture is. It can be broken down just in your own way. Let's just know how culture is. We've heard a lot about culture. I think we'll do justice to that.
All right, thank you, my amazing host. So, when we say culture, so culture, while growing up, I can remember in primary school, secondary school, we are taught that culture is the way of life of a group of people. So when you say culture, it has to do with their dressing, their food, the language that a person speaks. With that, you get to know where that person comes from. So for me, I think that is my little explanation about culture.
Mm-hmm. So she said food, dressing, way of life. Yes, I think that way of life it's well. That that is better. Way of life. How you view how people are being viewed in a particular environment, a particular surrounding, ethnic group. I think that works. Yes, way of life. Food, dressing, blah blah blah. That's interesting.
So I also want to say something. So, because if you want to know Yoruba person, when they mention amala, amala,
Their
then
food,
yes, their food, you get to know that
Yeah.
this person is
exactly,
Yoruba man. And for an
exactly.
Igbo person, when you hear fufu, you know
Mm-hmm.
that this person
Oha.
or hasu,
Yes,
you
yes.
get to know that this person is an Igbo tribe.
Exactly.
And then for the outsiders, where you hear tuwo shinkafa, you get to know that yes, this person is an outside person.
Yes, exactly. This is a sum total of what culture is all about. I think I learned something here. Okay, so I did like to ask, culture shapes customer behavior. Culture can shape how customers behave, customers, buyers, customers, clients. Am I correct? Is it
Yes.
possible? So tell us, how can culture shape customer behaviors?
Thank you so much. So I will start by saying there's a particular saying that goes thus. Culture will always eat strategy for breakfast. Just like my podcaster said, culture is a way of life. You can't take away people's way of life. If you're entering the market, you have to study their way of life. You have to take into consideration before you map out the strategy for the business. And also, it interprets how people, it set the tone for how people interpret value for things. For example, culture, even packaging alone. means a lot of things to some people. For example, let's take color. Some people see color as there's one particular color that some people can see as being rude or loud. So you have to understand the way of life of those people before you put your business forward to them. Thank you.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Culture in strategy from very fast. That means no matter what you put down, the culture of a particular group of people supersedes every laid down principle, every laid
Exactly.
down strategy. Wow. I think I learned something great today. Culture, lifestyle, strategy, customer behavior. All right, okay. So let's dive into market entry strategies. Market entry strategies. So when a company wants to enter a new market, how should they approach? What kind of strategy should they use? Let's say, for example, I want to sell palm oil. I'm a company, like I have a company, and I want to sell palm oil. I'm saying I'm coming in for the first time. Say, okay, this particular jurisdiction, I want to sell this XYZ products. What do you think should be my approach? What should be my strategy? I'm just launching out for the first time. This is a new market to me. I know that the culture of these people is going to affect my productivity. It's going to affect my sales. What should be my strategy? I don't know. I think it's something that I've been going on in everybody's mind. And I know there are a lot of viewers right now. I've been looking forward to, I want to do this XYZ business. How do I launch into the markets? What's the best approach?
Okay, I'll go first.
Alright.
So I would say every business has its own terrain. You have to understand the terrain. For example, where we work sourcing and produce, there's no way you talk about agricultural produce without talking about the farmers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it goes hand in hand, just like a fashion company. You have to understand that you have to liaise with the local designers
Mm-hmm.
to understand the trend in the market. For example, our company right now, we're having African farmers that we're empowering. Understanding the market, we cannot cut them off because they set the precedence for the business, for the market. So you have to understand where you are coming from, and that sets the tone for the cultural behavior of the business.
So here's what I got. Set the market. Know where you're coming from.
Exactly.
So it helps you know where exactly you're going
You are
to.
going to, yes.
So even when you set the market, you still have to know where you're coming from. Set the market is just like setting the tone.
Exactly.
I want to do X, Y, Z. Where am I coming from? I'm coming from, let me say, from local channels. Who are my consumers? Okay, let's say they're in Lagos or they're in Benin. From local channel, what exactly do my consumers need in Benin? Oh, okay. I think these guys are more of plantain and they're more of palm oil. Okay. I think I can get this XYZ from there and bring towards them. So it is giving me that opening to enter into the market and to have these people at my beck and call where they can tell me I need XYZ. It gets it and it's fine there.
Yeah, exactly. I can even add to what you just said. Let me buttress. Uh, there will be something called the market targets, the end users. Using the farmers, you can ask them who are they selling to? What market exactly is their product ending at? From there, you'll be able to map out a structure, a business strategy. Okay, if I should start from here, where will the market go to? For example, they used to say the best yam in Nigeria is from Abuja, this and that. Now, looking at that, you go to Abuja, you talk to farmers.
Yeah.
Definitely, when you produce yam in Abuja, there's already a market for it.
Yeah.
So you have to talk to these people. They'll be the one to set a map. They will map it out for you. So you'll be able to know where you are going to. And also, understanding the culture start from the people. You cannot take away the people. Thank you.
You can't take away the people. You can't take away the people. I think that's a take home. You can't take away the people because culture and people they are together. So we can say culture and people are in unison. Hmm. Mom, do you have any other thing of that?
So for me, I'll say before you venture into any business in a community or a state, I think you need to watch the people. Like be sure if this is what these people want. Because there are some kind of businesses you introduce in a state or in community and you find yourself failing.
Mm.
So you have to be sure, like these people, do they really need this? Just let's just take for example, like if you want to set up maybe a club, you know that in the northern part they don't do all of that. So establishing a club in a northern state, you won't you won't sell. It's already a failed business. So you have to check the culture of those people to see if it aligns with their lifestyle. Like we all know that in the north, alcohol is not allowed.
True.
So if you want to open a brewery in such a community or a state, it won't work. Except you just want to establish that. Like I feel it won't work. So you just have to understand their culture to know if it will work for you.
Very true. Very true. Can't establish in the nuts. You want to waste money, or you really don't want return on investment. That's true. That's true. I think this will lead us to our final question on culture and strategy. We talked about market entry, and we said that you need to know the people. You need to know set the tone. Sorry, you need to set the tone. You need to know the people, set the tone before you dive into the market. So here's the question: culture plus strategy equals success. But here's the twist. It sounds like culture and strategy needs to work together, and we all believe that. But what happens when a company ignores the culture of a particular environment or a particular place? And they just feel, let's just do our strategy and just get going. What do you think will happen to that business, that company? They're going to strive, they succeed. Who knows? But I think somebody needs to learn something new.
I would say, from my own point of view and as a strategist, if at the end of the day you neglect the part of culture, there's no way you can scale the business. There's no way. The business will never scale. You have to understand the way of life of the people. For example, I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, in this part of the country, or let me just say part of this world, that you will see tech companies building maybe router, Wi-Fi with power banks. They understand that in this part of this country or this part of this world, there's no power. So they understand you cannot go to maybe America or Canada and sell power bank. Nobody will buy.
Nobody.
So you have to understand to scale a market, a big business, yes. You have to take that into consideration.
Yeah.
So culture is very important.
Very important.
Is as much as strategy too is important, culture too is important. And like I said, culture will be strategy. So you can never do without culture. No matter how strategic your business is.
So in other words, we can say a failed culture equals to a failed strategy.
A failed strategy. And a failed strategy is a failed company.
And a failed strategy is a failed company. So I think it's a take home. A failed culture equals to a failed strategy. A failed strategy is a failed company, it's a failed business. Over to you now. Do you want to have any?
So for me, I think culture cannot be ignored. It can never be ignored. It's something one needs to work with if you really want your business to strive. Like you have to understand the people you're working with or the people you want to introduce a business with if you really, really want to succeed in that business. And I think for every businessman or woman, they don't want to lose money. Like before you go into any business, what you aim for is to make profit.
Exactly.
And if you invest such amounts in a business and at the end of the day, yes, the culture,
of the people.
yeah, your culture or the business you're trying to propose does not work with the culture of the people. It's a waste.
Nobody. Sure.
So the money is gone, like it's a failed business.
It's a failed business. It's a failed. Thank you so much, guys. We have said beautifully well. We talked about culture, we talked about customer behavior or consumer behavior. We talked about strategy. And to conclude this, we'll say that culture, failed culture plus failed strategy equals
Failed
failed
business.
business. So, here's the take home: learn the culture of the people, devise a good strategy, know your consumers. And to this, we'll be calling this episode a wrap. Thank you so much, my lovely guests. Good to see you
Good to be
another
here.
time.
All right.
Thank you so much. Do you want to say one or two things to our viewers out there on what they should do to build a proper business, how they should fixate culture and strategy together? Just a word of advice. You
All
have
right.
also business owners watching us and stuff like that.
Hello, viewers. Once again, my name is Adeyemo. I would like to tell you that know your consumers, know the people before you put your business out there.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Know the people. Thank you very much. Ma'am.
So thank you so much, my beautiful host. So my advice for the viewers is understand the culture of the people before you invest or start up the business. So you won't end up making a loss.
Understand the culture of the people first and see you have a good and profitable return on investment. All right, and to this we call it a day. Remain your host, and I am Ekawuku Esther. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.